Welcome back to another Anime Kingdom manga review. It's see by the title below. Yes, this is on chapter 211 of Shokugeki no Soma, and this is the chapter that we finally, this is finally the final leg in this race between our two competitors, Soma and Nene, and this chapter just adds on to the hype. Obviously, we've already had so much crazy shit going on, and that last chapter with Ishiki pretty much saying that, Soma's gonna win. That literally added so much hype. And this one, it may have not been as much hype with those kind of words, but just seeing the reason why I love this battle so much is of course the huge contrast between both Nene and Soma, where we have literally when you see Soma going against someone, they're usually trying to do some crazy shit too, their own different type of way. But with Nene, she's full on since she's been younger, and since she's been little, she has been taught in the ways of traditional. And when it comes to these kind of things, people are always like, yeah, that's how it should be, that's the traditional way and everything. But what I always love about Soma is people look at what he makes and they're like, what the hell, no way. Look at Nene, she's like, this is the pristine way of how you should be doing this, and of course it's delicious. But when Soma ends up taking out his dish, and whenever the judges, whenever we see these kind of things, battles that they go out, Shokugekis that go out, and he unleashes this crazy concoction that no one would have thought of, and they end up eating it and saying, oh my gosh, holy crap, this is actually crazy. I always love that moment. That's why I honestly cannot wait to see this next chapter, because literally, like I said, it's literally the battle of traditional versus just crazy revolutionary concoction that Soma always makes. He always just completely turns the battlefield upside down. That's literally how, the only way I can put it, because honestly, Soma, he honestly is always just crazy, with these kind of things. And that's what always makes these Shokugekis with Soma in it always interesting to end up reading, especially considering we finally do get to see who our judges are, to which I thought it may be someone we knew. Nah, we don't know any of them, though they are part of something called the WGO or something, the World Gourmet Organization. Not sure if that's a real thing, but they have a book that they, after judging or looking at all these different restaurants, giving them stars and everything, they have a book to which everyone calls it the Bible and everything, and everyone in the crowd's like, shut up, you suck, how dare you do that kind of stuff, you're gonna lose, that's not the traditional way, that's not how you're supposed to be doing it, looking down on Soma, the normal. And then of course when he ends up winning, we're gonna see everyone oh, wow, maybe Central is not correct, just kind of like how it was at the autumn elections when everyone looked down on him, and then when they saw him end up actually having the chance, they're all like, wow, okay, so Soma, they actually gave him recognition. It's probably going to be the same in this one as well. That's what I'm thinking. But as much as I, want the next chapter to be kind of who's going to win? What the heck's going to happen? Especially considering now that we do see these judges, and luckily at first when you see it, it's like, oh my gosh, this Annie chick is literally oh, you're just a no-name kind of chef. No one knows your restaurant. It's not in the book, so it's pretty much you don't even exist kind of thing. And you're like, oh my gosh, Soma has it cut out for him. But, of course, they do pretty much say, it doesn't matter about all that stuff in this one at least. It's what matters is on the plate. So at least we do have judges that aren't full-on central kind of thing. They will be willing to, be unbiased, and literally it depends on how the dish ends up tasting. So that's why I pretty much know that, or I think, and it's going to be Soma winning. Come on, literally everything points to it. The whole thing on only one person. If you lose this, you can't go on to go on the next rounds and everything, and there's no way they're going to have Soma being put on the back foot like that, so he's got to win that. The whole thing with Ishiki saying that there's no way Nene's going to beat him, that you can't have that, you can't have him losing and everything. And it's just Soma, the way everything has been played out, it's just pointing towards his victory. It doesn't change the fact that I still enjoyed everything to get to this point. It's always crazy to see Soma and his crazy way of thinking, making this crazy shit that no one would have thought of. And honestly, I can't wait to see the judges just eat it, you know, after it's gonna be Nene's dish first. They're gonna eat it, be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is like the best thing I've ever eaten. And then we're gonna see them eat Soma's dish and look at it first like, what the hell is this? You know, eat it and be like, oh my gosh, yeah, Soma, you won. But then that is where the things go down. Will we also see Ishiki and his competitor going? I forget what his name is now, because literally they talked about him, but he's not really that important of a character, to be honest. But yeah, I wonder if they're gonna show the straight up the judging in for that, and of course also the third seed, because we haven't even seen anything about that in the next one as well. Or will, after this battle, we will see more in-depth cooking between the other competitors? Like, it's really confusing on if they're gonna focus on every single battle between them, or like at first I thought it was gonna be Soma, then Ishiki, then the third seed showed Soma, started to look like it would show Ishiki and show a little backstory and stuff, but it went straight back to Soma and Nene. So I'm not too sure how it's gonna be, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed this chapter. It was cool to see the huge, like I said, the huge contrast between Soma and Nene. It was cool to see these new judges, even though at first it kind of seemed like they would probably be biased and be like, yeah, there's no way Soma's gonna win. But they are willing to, of course, you know, depending on how the plate is, it doesn't matter if it's traditional or not. If it tastes better, that person's going to win. So I can't wait to see who ends up winning, to which, you know, I predict it'll probably be Soma. But yeah, that's all I really got to say, guys. It's been a pretty crazy ride between this battle so far, and I can't wait to see how it ends in the next one. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Is anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And until next time, guys, see ya.